As we step into the dawn of 2024, brace yourselves for a trading experience like never before. In this edition of the Weekly Swing Watch List, these are the first swing setups of the year. I've carefully chosen them, meticulously analyzed them, and I've strategically positioned them for your success and mine. If you've ever felt the excitement of discovering a hidden gem or the satisfaction of riding a breakout wave, this is your moment. Welcome to a community that doesn't just predict, we empower. Join us as we navigate through the intricacies of the market, revealing the setups that could define the early successes of 2024. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a newcomer hungry for knowledge, this video is your gateway to a year filled with triumphs. Hit that subscribe button and let's embark on a transformative journey with a community that strives on strategic insights, powerful setups, and shared success. I want to make sure your 24 is a year of significant gains, and I want to do it together. Let's get started on this weekly swing watch list, the very first one of the year, the weekly swings for January 2nd. I put these swing list videos out for you guys every single week. The members, the Griswold Gold members, they get the top 5 from these lists. They get the top 5s from the dailies. I've done a 3-month video already. The 1 month is coming out, and the 2023 year-end review is out. The 2024 setups for the whole year, what I think are going to really move and have some good direction, some room for profit. That video, if not out already, will be out. Let's get started on this list. The screen you see in front of you, ladies and gentlemen, that is TradingView. I use this to do exactly this, these videos. I use it to chart everything. I use it to trade. Okay, if you haven't seen something like this, if you need something like this, I provided a link in the description below. That'll get you a free 30-day trial to their sub-based services. And then if you decide to actually use those services, you'll get up to $30 off of your subscription. But you need to start by clicking that link down below. And let's get started on this list. For anybody who knows anything about the strat, you know the inside bars are actionable signals. They're high probability setups. If you followed me for any amount of time, you will know that I always tell struggling traders or new traders, concentrate on the inside bars or these 1 bars. They're lit up yellow because of my indicator. That's part of the gold membership. You can also get it separately with the link in the description below. It includes this time frame continuity. It paints the inside bars yellow, the outside bars white, gives you these golden setups for the 3-1s. It gives you blue setups for double inside bars. So let's go through and we'll talk about it. So inside bars, when you see the inside bars, when you see those easy to find yellow bars with the indicator, I want you guys to think of a spring being squished, compacted, loaded. And we're going to see a ton of these this week. And I'll give you a heads up. The top 5 likely will almost always have these double inside bars if they're available, but they are rare. They don't happen very often. So when you see those yellow bars, think of them as a spring being squished from the top and the bottom, compacted. And when you release that force off of that spring, you expect a big explosion. So if we went back in time and looked at Adobe real quick to see the last time we had a double inside bar, and I'm glad this one didn't work out to its full potential. This double inside bar triggered. We didn't hit targets, and our targets are just the low of this preceding wick or the high of the preceding wick, depending on which way it goes. This is probability, guys. When we look at these double inside bars, we say it should go on a big run. And when it doesn't, you always have people saying, see, it didn't work. Trading in itself, trading, any strategy, any setup is always based off of probability. It has to be. It can't be anything else. Trading is probability based. It's a probability based business because we never know what the next candlestick is going to be when it opens. So everything we do is based off of probability. This one trended up. We hit targets and then it reversed. So it did what it said it was going to do. It trended up. It triggered. Okay. And then we hit first target. And then it reversed. But it told us if we triggered, we were very likely going to hit that first target. That is a place that you can take profit. You don't have to take all of it, or you can take all of it, or you can take some of it. But that is where you should be getting out of that trade. If we look at this inside bar, we triggered. Okay, this candle opened, we triggered, we hit target 1, we hit target 2, we hit target 3, all in that week. And then I think it looks like we even hit target 4, just shy of target 4. But this was a 2-week run off of that double inside bar. So that's what we're looking for off of those double inside bars. Okay, we're looking for it to trigger to the upside at 601.69 or put at 592.94. Now, Adobe trades at a very, very high premium. So this will not be on my top 5 despite it being a double inside bar, but we have a ton of inside bars, double inside bars that will be on that list. I'm just going to see, we do have the monthly setup as well. So if I go to the monthly chart, my blue is always the monthly, my pink is always the weekly, yellows are the daily, purple is 3-month, and orange is the year. That's how I do my setups. So if we trigger to the downside on the week, that means our second target is our monthly trigger to go 2 down on the month. It's a domino effect. So we'll see how that plays out in the month of January. Single inside bar on Chewy works the same way. Okay, puts at 23.53, calls at 24.86. There's that purple line I was talking about. That's our trigger for the 3-month chart on Chewy. So if we go to the quarterly chart, Chewy had a 2 down green. We're going to look for it to trend up on the quarterly. Okay, so there's your setup on Chewy. We move on to CCL, Carnival Cruise Lines. There's an inside bar on CCL. A ton of these inside bars for you guys to play off of this week. So we look at it. We've got calls at 18.88, puts at 18.20. I'll just show you guys really quick what I mean when I set these targets. We just go to the high of the preceding wick. Okay, I'm going to change this to green. High of the preceding wick. It doesn't go through the wicks for the targets, just to the high of the next one. And if it trends to the downside, low of the preceding wick. Very, very simple. Comcast, CMCSA, double inside bar. So we talked about those 2 straight weeks of consolidation, getting ready to really have a run. This was a triple inside bar. But let's go back to the last double that we had on CMCSA. Very, very rare pattern. They do not happen very often. Outside of that triple that we just saw, we have to go all the way back to February of 2018. Double inside bar. This, guys, is exactly the setup and the play that we look for, where we trigger off of this second inside bar and we hit target, and we hit target, and we hit target on the 3rd, 4th week, it looks like. Okay, but multiple targets played and hit. A very, very good setup on that double inside bar. So we're going to look for the same thing again on Comcast when it opens up on Tuesday. Single inside bar on CRM, that's Salesforce. So again, calls at 267.01, puts at 262.65. D-Dog, inside bar. So we can look for the calls there at 124.48, puts at 120.89. eBay, single inside bar, hammer candle. I would like to see this green. The red makes it less probable. Green would make it more probable, but it is a hammer candle. So hammer candles, inside bars, and shooter candles, which is exact opposite of this, where the body's at the bottom. Those are the 3 actionable signals in this strategy called the strat. Those 3 actionable signals are high probability plays. High probability play for a bullish pattern. Shooters are a bearish pattern. Inside bars can go either way. And I love the inside bars, like I said before. If you're struggling, if you're new, concentrate on one setup. Once you get a handle on that, then you can move to something else. But there's your setup on eBay. We go to DraftKings. I'm very interested to see how DraftKings plays out this week and this month. The reason is we've got a 2-up finished red. So the buyers bought this in. The 2 candles are directional. You can have a 2-up if it breaks the high of the previous candle, or a 2-down like this one if it breaks the low of the previous candle. This here is a 2-up, it finished red. That tells me the buyers bought it up, the sellers brought it back. Gives me a higher probability that this thing plays out to the downside when we open up this week. Notice the blue line at the bottom? That's the bottom of my inside bar, okay? So, if we trigger 2 down on the week, our first target takes us 2 down on the month, you can take this into a longer swing trade or potentially a longer swing trade based off of that. And if you go back and look at any of my weekly swings, any of my monthly swings, we're about 80% plus hits out of the trades that I give you guys, okay? 80% of the plays, let's say I give you 20, 18 of them, okay? 18, 16 of them are hitting. That's the kind of thing we're looking at. So that's 80 to 90% of our setups are pushing through as wins on these weekly and monthly swings that I've curated for you guys, that I've handpicked for you guys. Double inside bar on EW, Edwards Life Sciences. So let's go back and take a quick peek. The last time we had the double inside bar, because again, this is based off of probability, and the probability is based off of what we've seen in history. Okay, double inside bar, triggered, target. That's a win, guys. That's a win. Okay, did exactly what it said it was going to do. If I try and find another one here, if I can, on EW, and then we'll go back. There it is, double inside bar. We gapped up and ran. Okay, that's, even if it gaps up, that's still the setups that we are looking for, okay? If you guys want more, I'm not done here, but if you guys want more in-depth stuff, go into my channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Go look at my Learning Tool playlist. If you want more than that, I've got a Discord that is free to join, but there is a paid membership, and you get a 1-hour strat course. You get live trading bots. You get the indicator. You get one-on-one time with me. You get some of the setups that I'm giving out throughout the day in those private rooms. It is the cheapest membership you will find for what you get out of it, okay? Ford Motor Company, 2 up, finished red. We're going to look for puts on this thing to go down to the downside. Let's change that to green just so you guys have an idea of where that target will be on Ford if it trends down. General Motors, inside bar. So we can take this both ways. Notice my purple line there. That's for us to go 2 up on the month. So if we trigger to the upside, look for that trigger to go 2 up on the 3-month chart, on the quarterly chart. Starbucks, inside bar on the weekly. We are also inside bar on the monthly. That's what those blue lines are telling me right here. We're inside bar. Looking to break out of that as well. Google, 2 up red. We can look for puts there at 139.90. IWM, there's that shooter candle. Okay, so we'll look for puts there at $200.71. Coca-Cola with the inside bar. We can take this both ways. Calls at 58.98, puts at 58.06. Lululemon. What a run Lulu had. If you look on the right side of the screen, look at the 1-year return, 64% on Lululemon this year. Good run if you had that as a long-term hold. We're going to look for Lulu to come down in the first week. We're going to look for puts there at 505.52. First target just marked out at the bottom of the preceding wick right there. We look at Lyft with the inside bar, so calls at 15.66, puts at 14.73. Macy's, there's that double inside bar on Macy's, and 2 really small inside bars. So I would not be surprised if we see a gap here off of Macy's. But if we go back and look at the last time again that we had a double inside bar on Macy's, and again, we have to go back far on these because they are so rare. They do not happen very often. And this one's all the way back to 2019, March. So we triggered and end up going outside bar. So that wasn't a great setup. And that's why I like going back and showing you guys these, because they don't always work out. But then you get these double inside bars, and when they do work out, they're fantastic. So big run off of the weekly, off Macy's, off of that double inside bar. And you can go back and test these. And guys and gals, you don't have to do this off of the weekly swings. If you want to look at a 2-week chart, if you want to look at a monthly chart, that's fine for swinging these as well. We continue on to Meta. So Meta's got that 2 up, finished red. The sellers brought it back. Shooter candle, puts at 351.82. MU, there's a 2 up, finished red as well. So puts there at 85.03. Netflix, inside bar, calls at 494.01, puts at 481.93. PG, Procter & Gamble, there's our double inside bar again. Double inside bar here. Nice run to the downside. Hit first target and a little bit more, so you should have got out of there with some profit. One more double inside bar on PG if we can find it. And there it is. And what did it do? Big run to the upside. This one's from 2021. There it is. there's your big run up. That's all we're looking for, guys. Easy double inside bar setups. Okay, swing those into next week. Procter & Gamble to Nike. So Nike, we go back to the weekly. There's that small little bar. This was earnings play off of here where Nike fell to the floor. We'll see if it can recover here in the first week. I do not expect it to come back up to this 121.84 range next week. But I do expect Nike probably to have a little bit of a comeback in the month of January. Inside bar on NVIDIA. A lot of people are calling for this to fall. So two things here. NVIDIA, inside bar on the week, inside bar on the month. If we trigger to the upside, look for us to break the weekly or the monthly inside bar to go 2 up on the month as well. That'll push us up a little bit further in through January and will likely prevent a fall as some people were predicting. Now, if we trend to the downside and continue to go, you never know what can happen. But if we trigger the weekly and hit targets, we are likely to trigger the monthly to go 2 up as well. Oracle, there's a 2 up that finished red. 1-2-2 Rev Strat is what we call that. 1, 2 up, 2 down. We're going to look for a first target off this inside bar and a second target at the bottom of this big red bar on Oracle. Double inside bar on PayPal. Most of these will be on your top 5. So this one, we opened down here, we trended up, we hit triggers, we hit targets, and down. Okay, did what it was supposed to do. We look for one more double inside bar set up on PayPal. There it is, way up here when PayPal was running in the 260s. Double inside bar, triggered, just missed targets, but it's still a really nice run on PayPal. We move on to Roblox. Let's fast forward. There we go. Roblox, 2 up, finished red. Looking for a little pullback on that shooter candle. 2 up, finished red. 2-2 reversal to the downside. Shopify, there's the inside bar. You can take calls to the upside, puts to the downside. Shooter candle, or pretty close to a shooter candle anyways. We'll look for the puts there at 76.44, see where it takes us. Roku, inside bar on Roku as well. Calls at 96.07, puts at 91.09. Snap, inside bar, calls at 17.21, puts at 16.68 on Snap. We are coming to an end here, guys. There are a few left, though. Tesla, 2 up, red, close to a shooter candle. We'll look for the puts there at 247.43. But if we look at the 3-month chart, we are a 2 down green. Not quite a hammer candle. You'd like to see that body a little bit higher to the top. But we're looking to go 2 up on the 3-month chart on Tesla. So sometimes there's conflict, and you'll get that from time to time. And that's just the nature of it. See which way it's going to play out. Uber has a 2 up red shooter candle off of this inside bar. So a 1-2-2 rev strat to the downside after a big run up from Uber to end off the year. XLU with the inside bar calls at 63.50, puts at 62.50. XOP, we're looking at 2 up finished red. We're looking to go back down to the downside at 136.78 on the Spider Oil and Gas ETF. And we look at Amazon. Amazon with that inside bar, top of a broadening formation there. And we can look for calls at 154.78, puts at 151.03. I am going to get rid of these. I do not do daily charts on the first day of the week for you guys. I like to let that stuff play out a little bit. And XEL, double inside bar. This is our last double inside bar on the weeklies. We go back, look, double inside bar, triggered, target in the second week. I always recommend getting at least 2 weeks out on these. This one trended up, missed targets, and then we fell. So that would have been a failed trade. Here's another double inside bar. Nice run up to the upside. That was back in 2019. Here's another one, double inside bar, huge run up. Big run off of that one. Here's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks of a run up off of a double inside bar. So we have the same thing. We're going to look for XEL to play out the same way. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the list. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you are subscribed and hit that bell so you get these videos when I put them out. Yearly video coming out. I've done the 2023 review. I've done the weekly review, which you've just gone through. I've done the 3-month chart. You go check out the monthly as well. Good luck trading, guys. Happy New Year. I wish you guys nothing but the best in the new year. Join the Discord. It is free, and get in on that membership. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye-bye.